Hello and welcome to No Shenanigans. My name is Mimi. I'm a professional artist, teacher, and author. So, what's this no shenanigan business, you might ask? Well, no shenanigans is an expression that I often use in my life in general. It basically sums up my approach to art and painting and living as a human in general. Basically, it just means being direct and being honest, supportive, and encouraging and loving as a person. So the book version of No Shenanigans starts with a little bit of information on supplies that you're going to need, the ones that I recommend to start with, especially if you're a beginner, the surfaces that you might want to paint on, the kind of mediums you might want to try, the sort of toys for artists, as I like to call them, that you could get. Stamps and stencils and objects to create marks on your paintings, that sort of thing. So it gives you a little bit of a background to start with. Then we move on to the tutorials. There are 6 of them, all of them from start, so blank page or blank canvas, to finish, with step-by-step instructions, photos, and explanations, really from the beginning until the end. So you can't really get lost and you can't really go wrong either, because I make things very easy. And you might think that the end result looks a little bit difficult, but I promise when you know how, it's not difficult at all, and you'd be surprised what you can create. So I'm going to show you all the paintings that I created during the making of this book, so you can see what they look like in real life. So the first painting, which is chapter 1, is called Loosen Up, and it's all about getting rid of those fears and those blockages that you may be experiencing that are preventing you from getting into art and getting into the fun of painting. So this is why I call it Loosen Up. It's actually called Loosen Up and Let Go, because I'm hoping that it will just get you started and excited about creating more after doing this first painting. So this is what it looks like. It's a very abstract piece, which is actually really simple to create. I'll show you a little bit of a close-up. And a bit from the side, so you can see that it has some shine and some metallic colors on there. So this is very fun to create because we're going to use our fingers mostly, and a few colors and a little bit of metallic paint if you like that. If you don't, you can always skip it. And just, a brush and a black marker pen. That's all there is to it. And it's really a lot of fun. I won't tell you too much because otherwise it won't be much of a surprise. But I know that you'll enjoy this, and it will just get you loosened up and ready to create anything else in the book. Although you don't have to start with this one. You can create any of the paintings at any point. Chapter 2 is called Grow. So hopefully that will help you to develop a little bit more and build your confidence as an artist, because again, this is going to be really easy and I'll show you everything from start to finish. This is what the result looks like. Again, I did it on canvas, but you could create it on a canvas board, on paper, or in our journal. Not a problem at all. A little bit of close up. Very simple to do. Again, with just a little bit of acrylic paint, a stencil, a couple of marker pens, that sort of thing. I'm sure you'll enjoy this one, and you'll see at the end that it's got a lot of possibilities once you know the technique. If you create a similar painting with different colors and different stencils, you'll get a completely different result, but at least you'll know the technique. Chapter 3, again, very fun. I try to make everything fun, because painting should be fun. It shouldn't be taken seriously. Not too seriously anyway, especially if you want to loosen up and feel comfortable and be able to grow as an artist. You just need to, you know what I mean. So chapter 3 is called Lost in a Dream. Looks like this, although I guarantee your painting will look different from mine. But again, it's all about, understanding and applying the techniques, not so much the results. And it's a very abstract piece with a lot of shine and a lot of texture. I'll show you up close. So very, very textured, very 3D. You can really feel things with your finger. And it changes depending on the light. It's pretty cool. And as I said, it's very fun and so easy. You could do it with kids as well if you have kids. They would love this process, I guarantee it. And once you've finished, you'll be able to have a painting that is just so lovely. You just feel like you want to lose yourself in it, and it's amazing to stare at it and just relax and meditate pretty much. So that one's called Lost in a Dream, and that's chapter 3. Chapter 4 is called Flower Power. Wow, flower power sounds a little bit, woo-woo, psychedelic. That's all right, I love it. But it's got 2 words in there. Flowers, because obviously the main focus is going to be a flowery pattern, but power as well because it's going to create more power in your arsenal. And that means you're going to become more powerful as an artist, more confident, because we're going to go on a little journey where we're going to start in one direction and completely change course, which can be a little bit scary, I know, but I've been there, and I know that whenever I feel like, I've created something I really love, but there's just something telling me that I could be even better. I could do something even greater than what I just created. And I'll just stop myself and think, I don't know, I don't want to ruin what I've just done. I don't want to feel like I've wasted my time and, that sort of thinking. But each time I have pushed past those worries and those fears of ruining everything and losing my time and wasting it, I've actually come out stronger and a better artist, and my paintings have been even better. And I've always been glad that I've, pushed myself. So this is what we're going to do in this tutorial. I'll show you the result. Looks like this. So as you can see, it's a little bit psychedelic, and it's very fun and a very happy painting. But it's also going to be a really cool journey for you guys. This one's very shiny. And, it's not really complicated at all. Again, I'll show you everything from start to finish, I promise. In chapter 5, we're turning up the brightness and getting a taste of summer with some really cool colors. I'll show you. And some beautiful texture up close. 3D texture. It's really cool. I love it. The colors are very fun and very fresh, and I don't know, they just remind me of ice cream and gelato and summer, and that gives me a really good feeling. So this one's going to be a very, again, easy and fun, of course. That's the whole point of the book. And the e-course as well. And I'll show you how it's not always important to have one focal point on your painting, how you can create several focal points so you can embrace a painting as a whole. And we're going to focus on the theme of circles, which is circles are always a very powerful symbol for a lot of people, including myself. And they just give energy and bounce and that feeling of fun in a painting. So we're going to use circles in various sizes with various mediums to create this really cool painting. So that's chapter 5, which is called A Taste of Summer. And last but not least, again, you don't have to do any of the tutorials in order. It's called We All Need a Little Bit of Whimsy. And that's a lovely little bird that is the star of the show and also on the book cover. So I'll introduce him right now. Here he is. Show you up close. Beautiful colors, very soft, and definitely whimsical, which I absolutely love. You know, we're going to get in touch with our softer side in this tutorial and create a beautiful little bird. Of course, you could create anything else later on, but you know, that would be a start. And I'll show you how to use paper and collage it to create a lovely textured background and paint over it, and create a sketch look as well, and how to soften up your main focus, and lots of other little tips. Again, I can't tell you everything because we'll be here for hours. So now you know everything that's in the book. One last thing, at the end of the book there's a section called Gallery Inspiration, where I've obviously put a final photo of all of the paintings in the book, so you can study them and have a look up close. And I've also included a few paintings that I've created before and after the book, using the same techniques and similar materials as in the chapters, so you can see how diverse the effects can be and how completely different paintings you can create just by using the same techniques and the same art supplies. You're going to get inspired and you'll have a lot of fun along the way. You're going to learn a lot, especially if you're a beginner. And I promise that if you've never painted before, you will be able to create those paintings as well. And if you have any questions at any point while you're going through the tutorials in the book or the e-course, you can come to my website. There's a section there in the blog called The Creative Tribe, and you can ask questions. I will promise to reply to every single one of them. And if there's anything unclear, you can post a comment there, or if you want to share something you've created from the tutorials in the book, I would absolutely love that, because I'd like to see, you know, that I'm making an impact and hopefully helping you in your art and in your life in general. That really gives me my purpose in life. Bye for now.